All right, Jim, who do you got at the base of the tower? All right, Jim, who do you got going up tower?
Male relay teams on both sides. Folsom Fire on the blue with Steven Anderson, Alex Karp, Jeff Smith, Gary LaRussa, and Travis Silva. On the red side, Hobbs, New Mexico, Rodney Smith, Jordan Headley, Justin Santos, and Richard Rendon.
All right, Hobbs, New Mexico taking the lead over here on the red side. Check out that Kaiser. That was quick. Making their way down to that 1 3/4 inch All-American hose. Got to get that down there. 250 pounds they're dragging through the saloon doors to hit that target. Over to Rescue Randy, I tell you what, Hobbs, New Mexico. They are pumped out here. We got Folsom Fire over here on the blue side, getting over to Rescue Randy. Man, everybody's going after that record today. Check out these times. Hobbs, New Mexico over here on the red side with a 1:12:15. Folsom Fire over here with the blue side, a 1:23:66. It's going to get tough out here today. Great job, fellas.
I'm in the Lost Burger Ready tent. This is where they all get ready. We're going to be back in 60 seconds, so don't go anywhere.
I'm a vegan, vegetarian,
ovo-vegetarian,
lacto-vegetarian,
pescatarian,
kosher, paleo,
Donutarian. I love donuts.
peanut-free, wheat-free,
egg-free, gluten-free.
I'm Skittles-free. Gotta draw the line at Skittles.
all organic,
All local. And all bacon.
Low fat,
high protein,
Low sodium.
nothing packaged,
Nothing fried.
nothing with a mother or a face. You get it. However you eat, we help you eat healthier.
Welcome back to Sacramento, California in the 2018 3M Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge World Championships. It's our last day here in Sacramento, and it is all about the relay races. Jim, give us the rundown.
Coming up next, we have two male relay teams. On the blue side, Jeffersontown Fire Department, Chris Rader, Tony Lawson, Kevin Culver, Michael Clan, and Greg Taylor. On the red course, Leander Fire, powered by HL Chapman Pipeline, with Joe Mayberry, David Hashem, Braden Torres, Anthony Rodriguez, and Carol Cubitt.
How about that? In the box, 24 seconds over on the red side. Leander Fire, powered by AHL Chapman Pipeline. Joe, David, Braden, Anthony, and Carol over here on the red side, running hot all year long. Jefferson Fire over on the blue. Chris, Tony, Kevin, Michael, and Greg. Oh, little fumble over here on the blue side on that handoff. Handoff over on the red to the nozzle, 54 seconds. 54 over on the red side, Leander Fire. Jefferson Town Fire over here on the blue side. So long as they stay up over here on the red side, Leander Fire. Moving on, 119.77. Again, these are the elimination. This is the elimination bracket. All these competitors are going head to head. Winner will move on to the next round. Losers got to bid us adios. Jim, who's coming up next?
Up next, 2 male relay teams on the blue course. That's Goose Creek with Bryce Hoffman, George Johnson, Alexander Waller, and Robert Orick. On the red side, Team Montgomery Fire Rescue Blue with Josh Piat, Lee Julian, Christian D'Alba, DeMichael Seals, and Jake Lanier. This race brought to you by Simulades, manufacturer of the official mannequin of the Firefighter Challenge. That's Rescue Randy. Manufactured by Simulades.
Clint Madden. Clint Madden, can you make your way to the announcer's booth? Handoff penalty on the red side. Handoff penalty on the red. DBD, winner of Goose Creek versus DBD is over on the blue side. The City of Goose Creek over on the blue side. Montgomery Fire Blue over on the red side. Defending world champs, folks, over here on the red side. If you're wondering why they're easing up, this is the elimination round.
Dave, there's a lot of strategy behind it. I mean, you never want to ease up all the way, but with a commanding lead, you could, because they're going to probably see a few more rounds.
That's right, Maria. They're saving their gas, saving their fuel for the races. It's gonna get hot and heavy here real soon. They know they're moving on. They stayed up. There was a handoff penalty on the red side. They are moving on. Montgomery Fire Blue.
Jim, who's up next?
Up next, 2 male relay teams. On the blue side, that's Montgomery Fire Rescue Red with Kyle Hearn, Brent Manley, Cliff Rich, Randy Thomas, and Matt Arledge. On the red course, Team New Zealand with Dan Brady, Lewis Trickett, Rupert Jackman, and Ed Jackman. All right, over on the blue side, Montgomery Fire Red. Kyle, Brent, Cliff, Randy, and Matt.
We've got Alabama in the box at the same time, 22 seconds. Over on the red side, New Zealand, Dan, Lewis, Rupert, and Ed. Wow, how about that? New Zealand's staying pretty close. Made them work for it over there on the blue side. If they can stay up, and they have. Montgomery Fire Red moving on to the next round.
Nice job, New Zealand. All right, Jim, who's up next?
Up next, 2 more male relay teams on the red side. That's Rapid City Fire Department, Local 1040 with Marshall Keefe, Paco Siacolin, Chris Anderson, Lee Vidal. On the blue side, Louisville Fire. This race brought to you by Lion, ready for action. We've got you covered from head to foot. That's Lion.
All right, this should be a great one right here. Over on the blue side, Louisville Fire. On the red side, Rapid City, Local 1040.
We had the Worlds at Louisville last year. Was very lovely. Little chilly, but they can't control the weather. But everything else, they were great hosts, just like the city of Sacramento.
Great hosts indeed, Maria. Off the tower over here on the red side. 34 seconds, Rapid City, Marshall, Chris Lee, and Paco Seal Carlin. Come on, Lee. What do you say, man? Go, go, go. Louisville over on the blue. Rapid City's running hard all year long. Come on. Oh, they're going to make them work for it. Louisville Fire right there behind them, 10 feet away. Can it do it? You got to stay up, Rapid City. 10 feet to cross the finish line. Across the finish line, 1:15.17. Moving on to the next round, Rapid City. Jim, who's coming up next?
Up next, Dave, we have 2 more male relay teams on the blue course. That's 2 dads and a lad with Kyle Gardner, Neil Gardner, and Sean Jackman. On the red course, Forney Fire Combat Team, sponsored by Mr. Restore with David Lawson, Russell Bannister, Brian Leathers, Thomas Burrows, and Damian Miller.
2 dads and a lad. I like the father-son teams. There are a couple of them this year.
All right, a couple father-son teams out there on the blue side. They call themselves Two Dads and a Lad. We got Kyle, Neil, and Sean. Two dads and a lad. Three-man team over on the blue side. Over on the red side, the boys from Texas. David, Russell, Brian, Thomas, and Damian. Forney Fire. Team Mystery Store. These guys have been running hard all year long. Waiting for these world championships. You're here watching 3M Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge, the toughest 2 minutes in sports.
We need to remind everyone too, Dave, that we've been out here since Monday. The competitors may be up to 3-4 races a day. How does that test your body?
Well, it tests it obviously physically here, but mentally as well. These firefighters have to do this over and over, especially today. This is the elimination round. Got to keep going when you win. So yeah, a lot of mental strength out there right now, what we're watching underneath those 3 layers of gear. 118.39, moving on, the boys from Texas, Forney Fire. Jim, who's coming up next?
Up next, 2 more male relay teams on the blue side. That's Prattville Fire with Troy Adson, Dalton Clark, Dalton Trawick, Buddy Paul, and Sam Glamry. On the red course, Edmonton Fire Combat Team with Jordan King, Daryl Hoopmer, Paul Offram, Derek Sweeting, and Aaron McKinga. This race brought to you by 3M, Science Applied to Life, manufacturers of Scott Light. That's 3M.
All right, this should be a good one out there over on the blue side. Prattville Fire, Troy, Dalton, Buddy, Dalton, and Sam. Edmonton Fire over on the red side. Jordan, Daryl, Paul, Derek, and Aaron. Hose placement penalty on the red side. Hose placement penalty on the red side. They're trying to play a little catch-up over there on the red side. Edmonton Fire. They have a 2-second penalty. They're going to have to run hard here. Prattville Fire over there on the blue side. They are making up some ground on the back half. This is going to be a good one over here on the red side. Edmonton Fire, handoff made. They need 2 seconds to make up on that red side. They've got a 2-second penalty. Wow, how about that? Is it going to be enough, Maria? Oh. How about that?
It's about as close as it gets.
They did it. Yep. Let me get the confirmation. I believe there was a 2-second penalty over here on the red side. 1:15.11. Moving on to the next round, Edmonton Fire.
I see a big sigh of relief in all of their faces.
Quite an effort there at the end, right? Before we introduce this next race, we do want to reach out to y'all. We need a little bit of help with the volunteering over here. We do appreciate every single volunteer that's been out here. We do need a little bit of help. If you're willing to volunteer, you can visit the finish line over there. Big tall guy in the referee suit. That's Kirk Tanner. Go see him if you're interested in volunteering out here. We can have some fun with us. Jim, who's coming up next?
Up next, again, 2 male relay teams on the blue course. New Zealand Army with Daniel Claassen, Aiden Grant, and Thomas Grant with Petra Di Hutchinson. On the red course, Lithuania Fire Rescue with Andrius Asmontis, Gentatas Samoski, Modestus Michaelitis, Agnes Marcinkovic, and Jaroslav Wisniewski.
Dave, you were talking about the volunteers. You can get your workout in and a little bit of a tan all at once.
That's right, and a t-shirt. All right, over on the blue side, we've got Daniel, Aiden, Thomas, and Petra. It's New Zealand Army. And on the red side, Lithuanian Fire. Andreas, Gentantas, Modestas, Agnes, and Jaroslav. Lithuania running hard and with the lead on the red side.
Over 400 competitors from 10 countries, and this is a showcase between two of them that love to come to the U.S. for the 3M Scott Firefighter Combat Challenge World Championship.
How about that rescue Randy drag right there? Modestas across the finish line, 1:12.3. I think he only has one gear, Maria.
Some of these rescue Randy, I mean, they just drag them like they weigh, 50 pounds, like it's a bag of flour.
That is a clinic out there. 1:12.3, moving on. Lithuania. Jim, who's coming up next?
Up next on the blue course, that's Kamloops Team New Gold with Mark Bryce, Graham McKenzie, Sean Davidson, and Sean Wasden. On the red course, Team Austin, Texas with Jared Johnson, Richard Smith, and Larry Potvin. Could we have Team Travis to the ready tent, please? Competitor 421, Team Travis to the ready tent.
Team Travis, we need you in the Lost Burger Ready tent. Team Travis, Lost Burger Ready tent. All right, over on the blue side, it's Mark, Sean, Scott, and Graham. Kamloops, Team New Gold. On the red side, it's Jared, Richard, and Larry, the boys from Austin, Texas. Team ATX playing a little catch-up over on the red side. Who's it going to be? A little international battle. It's a superstar battle out here right now. Kamloops over on the blue. Team ATX from Austin, Texas out here on the red side. To the nozzle, 52 seconds. 53 on the red. They're going to have to play hard here. Bring it home on the back half. Team ATX. How about that? Whoa, can ease up now on the red side. Little fall over on the blue side. Kamloops, wow, tough to see out there. 121.99, moving on to the next round. And Team ATX.
It just takes one bobble, and you want to go as fast as you can, even in these prelims. Kamloops, you had a great week here. We appreciate you coming out. Austin, congratulations for making it through. Jim, who's up next?
Up next on the blue course, that's Fighter Fighter Team 59 with Antoine Cassier, Vincent Balandro, Michael Duplanc, and Rudy Barty. On the red course, DND Fredericton with Dave Nicole, John Betts, Anthony Story, Jason Gallant, and Ryan Hallam. All right, so on the course now actually is teams 421 and 422. That's Team Travis on the blue with Jeremy Long, Chris Soto, Noah Dunlap, and Robin Torrance. On the red side, Kuwait Oil Company, Abdullah Bado, Mohammed Al-Khalaf, Salem Al-Fadala, Abdullah Mandaka, and Abdurrahman Ali.
All right, up on the course now, 421 and 422 on that blue side. Jeremy, Chris, Noah, and Robin. It's Team Travis. Over on the red side, Kuwait Oil, Abdullah, Mohammed, Salem, Abdullah, and Abdurrahman. Running clean over here on the red side. Kuwait. Target is down, making their way over to West Screw Randy. 175 pounds. Got to drag him 106 feet across that finish line. Easing up just a little bit over here on the red side. So long as they stay up, should be moving on. Come on, Team Travis. Finish strong. Across the finish line on the red side. And moving on to the next round, Kuwait Oil